Welcome back to tinkbing. Check it out. I'm Tink, she's Bing, and we're checking out RC cars. I recently got this MN128 off of AliExpress, and so far it seems like it's a really cool car. I'm really liking the way it looks. I'm really liking most of the things about it. However, when you drive this car, when you put this car into gear, there's your little switch to turn it on. So we'll turn it on there. I'm getting my sticks out of the way here. We'll turn my remote control on here. It's got a little blue light on it that flashes when you use the controller, which is kind of cool. And everything seems right, normal. But now when you run the car, and it seems a little louder when you actually turn than when you're going straight for some reason. I've got a theory about what's making it so loud. I had the body off to put a little bit of clear fingernail polish onto the ESC board and the light control board in there because they were just blank and exposed, and I don't want the water to damage them. So I gave them some protection with some clear fingernail polish. And then when I had the body off, I noticed that where the body mounts to the chassis underneath, there's a bar that comes off of the main frame of the car right over top of the motor, and it's hooked to the car here. And then there's another one that's hooked to the car here in the back. And then there's also 2 screws on each side of your running boards there. Now these screws that are down in here, they're right behind the axle there, and they hook directly up to this body, and they are directly over top of the motor. I'm pretty sure the sound waves from the motor, the vibrations that the motor is giving out making sound, is traveling directly through that solid bar and right into the body. The body's acting like a big megaphone and amplifying the sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my body again, and where it hooks up here to the body from underneath, especially right here in the front, I think is the main area that needs the attention. I am going to put a couple of little rubber washers, one on each of the connection parts. So these should dampen the vibration coming directly from the motor into the body, and hopefully this will dampen the sound and give me a little bit quieter of a car. So far I love the car. It's just a little bit noisy. We'll see if we can do something about that. All right, I've got my screws taken out of the running boards. I've got my screws taken out of the body right next to the shocks in the back and in the front. There are my screws. You've got the longer ones here that go into the running boards. The little short ones came out of the body. So we'll flip this over and this should come right off. Be careful because it is lighted, so you'll want to unplug your lights if you're going to do a whole lot of work to it, just to make it a lot easier. Now you'll notice that this is a completely bare ESC board right here. So I put my nail polish, my clear nail polish on there. I pulled it out. I did the other side. Up inside of here, this one seemed a little bare too, so I pulled it out. I did the same thing. Nail polish on both sides of it. So hopefully if I get it wet, it's not going to cause me any issues and just shut off on me and make me buy new ESC and maybe remote too. So as you can see, here's my motor. You've got your little heat sink on it right here, but here's your 390 motor, and it is almost directly hooked up to this solid plastic that is mounting the body. So the body mounts here, the body mounts here on this side, and then again on the back side the body mounts right there and the body mounts right here. I don't think it's as worrisome on the back because you have a lot less of a cone shaped speaker there compared to this big huge hood, and it's a lot further away from the original noise production, which is your motor. So we're going to put these little black rubber washers right in here, and then we're going to reassemble the car, and we're going to run it and see if that makes any difference. Hopefully we'll get a reduction in noise. Okay, I took the body off the Jeep. I got my 4 little rubber washers underneath the main body mounts, where the body mounts to the posts that are underneath there, those big bars, the one that runs right across here and the one that runs across the back underneath. So I've put the washers in there, and let's turn on the car. There we go, we've got lights. Give yourself a little room. And turn this on. There we go. Let's see what happens with the noise. Well, you can still hear it, but wow, is it a lot quieter. I don't know if you can hear it on the video or not, but here in real life, it really does sound like it's quieter to me. I think that made quite a bit of a difference. Now, it did lift my Jeep body up about 4 millimeters maybe, and you can actually see that right where the body is a little bit above the running board there. I'm not sure if I'm going to fill that gap or go ahead and screw this tight to pull it up, or if I'm going to leave it the way it is. But lifting it up just a little bit in order to dampen that noise is great because it's quieter, but it also allows me to put just a slightly larger tire on here. I'm hoping maybe I can fit like a 95 or 96 millimeter tire on here. They say this comes with an 80 millimeter tire, but if you actually read the side of the tire, it says 30 by 82. So these are 82 millimeter tires. So I don't think a 95 or a 96 would be too much of a stretch. Let me know what you think in the comments. Tinkbing out.